Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are filing... Stadium. They'll look between the field hockey lines, perhaps underneath the muscle lighting that's been imported in, and hope that there will be a party in the moons. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So the South Alabama Jaguars offense is on the field for the first time today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is...
What?
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Lopez wants to fire. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jaguars!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position.
All right,
Nice job
so
by
we
the
got on
kickoff
defense
team.
today.
Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Boston College's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Robinson will throw. Finds his tight end.
Come
And he
on.
brought one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Boston College right back to the line. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter.
Oh, what? He tackled 2 dudes. Whatever.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They'll go back to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Give to the big fullback. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, how about that play call? 3rd down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
And the Jaguars have this offense rolling. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end.
Oh.
Fires it incomplete.
Well, no
You
surprise
moron.
there in defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
I mean, I'm going to go for it, but that's absolute bullshit on the mark.
Can't seem to make it work because of how physical the defense.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the
That was not supposed to happen. I
down.
was actually supposed to pass it.
Down,
That
you know
was
you always wanna establish the
pretty
running game.
fortunate.
How about this offense? Nothing fancy.
My dude is about
Run
to get
the football,
killed.
Be physical. Get a big game.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll give it to him again. Give him 6 on the play.
Kill.
Mark it at the 9.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Hand off from the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Jaguars will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Robinson looking to pass.
Oh,
Get it out on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. They keep attacking through the air. On the run, fires downfield. And the pass hits, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
They make the stop after the catch. It's still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And that's a good job by the dragger out there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Off the play fake.
Oh, wow. Look at the speed on that dude.
And the DB forcing an incomplete pass with the deflection.
Crazy
fast. Got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. And offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't pegged.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time. And it's now
a shot toward the end zone.
There you go, baby.
Touchdown, South Alabama.
Little directional, little right diagonal, but still a better catch than anything.
We need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Robinson will throw. All kinds of time in the pocket down.
Man, that's just cheap passing yards there.
They were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Jaguars will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch
Good
it.
tackle.
And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's caught. It's Higgins. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Lopez to pass.
Ooh, that was scary. Ooh, that was scary.
That one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one, if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he...
first down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Lopez wants to fire, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle.
Oh, that was
and
my
this
fault.
Offense generates a massive play.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give out of the gun. Touchdown, Jaguars! And the stomping has commenced.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 38 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Robinson looking to pass.
Oh, yeah.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass.
Oh,
Makes
man.
a catch. And they reacted well to the completion.
stick your hand in
It's
it,
too late
dude.
to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Right back to the well.
Damn it, that was my fault. God, wrong linebacker. God dog it. He would have killed that dude.
That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Robinson will throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Quick completion on the out, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great timing there in that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Offense gets set for second down. Lopez to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Stupid throw.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Got it! Touchdown, South Alabama! And the pummeling has started.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Robinson looking to pass. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He'll off one deep down the left side. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. At the 40, there he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches. And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that.
No! Stupid throw. Get out of the play. Thank you.
1995. We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Let's go. They believe they can.
Oh my God!
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's hard to run on a defense.
Thought I had it.
Ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. Setting up the screen. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, going to the air. Touchdown, Jaguars! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports.